I'm meteorologist Carly Gomez. It is Saturday, February 25th. The evening hours and traffic is moving along I-80 at Kingvale. We know for a few days now we had those road closures off 80, 50, and a lot of highways going through the Sierra. Now we're finally getting a break. Just some very light flurries going through and people are able to head home now. And if you do have to head home, now is the time because we're starting to see the next system already offshore, ready to arrive in under 24 hours. Let's take a look. We even saw some early morning snow in Livermore along the foothill spots there. Melinda sending this one in, just gorgeous. We always like to get your photos. Send them to us by uploading them on the ABC 10 weather app and go to the weather for section, upload there. All right, let's talk about the storm impacts that are coming our way. That is Sunday through Wednesday, and we are going to see a lot more heavy rain as well as heavy snowfall for the Sierra. The snow anywhere from 3 to 6 feet possible over that next 3 to 4 days. Most of that above 3,000 feet. We could see some of the lowest snow elevations, though, around 500 feet and just about an inch maybe of snow at that point. Otherwise, winds, that's going to come in on Sunday. Not the gustiest winds, but some winds around 20 miles per hour Sunday around lunchtime. And then on Monday, we have some of the strongest wind gusts arriving also closer to lunchtime there around 12 or 1 o'clock. We could see up to 35 mile per hour gusts in the valley, up to 45 to 50 mile per hour gusts in the Sierra. Let's talk about rain and driving hazards. Of course, we know we've been dealing with them for a while, but we are expecting these showers to be a little bit different. Instead of more consistent showers, these showers are expected to fall pretty much all at once and then kind of move out of the area, the next set arriving all at once. That sometimes could create situations where we're seeing some ponding on the roadways, that kind of thing. So you want to take it slower than usual when you start seeing that coming down. But of course, just make sure you're watching that roadway flooding where things are starting to at least pond in certain areas. Try to avoid that as much as you can. We could see some rising creeks and streams around the area, nothing to at least push anything over at this point. That's not the big concern now, but mostly making sure your wipers are moving and maybe fixed before the next storm system arrives, and get those headlights on anytime your wipers are moving. Okay, let's talk about the low here. This has been circulating just for the last 24 hours, but it's been very slow to move out. Pretty much now stalling over that California coastline into central to southern California as it continues to circulate. It's still in the area, and meanwhile it does that, we're still seeing the low from the north starting to make its way and drop down through the Pacific Northwest through the overnight hours into Sunday morning. Then you have that cold front arriving, bringing some more of those showers to our area Sunday. By mid-morning hours, we could see the first signs, and then by lunchtime, a solid rain headed our way and solid line of storm moving through. All right, let's talk about a winter storm warning. Now, this is the first one issued. This is until 4 a.m. in that pink zone, but we do anticipate the National Weather Service issuing the next ones for Tuesday and Wednesday as well. Wind advisory will be in effect on Monday. Remember, the strongest winds coming in on Monday close to lunchtime. And that'll be issued until at least 4 p.m. for Monday, as things will start to slow down after that. Now, taking a look at the winter storm watch till Wednesday at 4 p.m. for the Yosemite area and further south toward Mammoth. This one, in effect, well, that's going to be a lot of heavy snow headed their way, as we're going to see that really accumulating for them. And you can see it over the leeward side of the mountains headed toward Reno as well, and portions of Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, seeing some of those heavier snow totals headed their way in the next 3 days. Let's talk about those winds. They'll start picking up just a bit as we start moving from the morning hours, 11:30 a.m. till about lunchtime. We're starting to see right here about 15 to 25 mile per hour winds, and then starting to see those winds picking up for the Sierra as well. The strongest gusts arriving mid-morning to lunchtime Monday, as we'll see about 15 to even 25 mile per hour winds in the valley. Strong winds for the Sierra. Things do start slowing down by Tuesday. Let's talk about the rain and snow arriving. Now, late Saturday night, we're still seeing some areas where there's still snow accumulating here for the Sierra spots. Most of the valley and even foothills will be, for the most part, just partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. So we get a break in the overnight hours briefly before those next storms arrive by about mid-morning lunchtime Sunday. So 9 a.m., most of the scattered showers just kind of in and out of the area. Nothing too crazy around 9 a.m. You'll see some of the showers for those foothills, and then low snow starts wanting to move in as well. It's this right out here that we're going to be watching as it starts to arrive right around lunchtime. You see it moving in first around noon, just a nice solid line. But those really scattered showers is going to be pretty heavy and solid as it continues on into your evening. Around 6 o'clock or so, 5, 6, Yuba City, Sacramento area will be mostly clear. Those showers will still see some of that lingering for Stockton, Modesto around 6 to 7 o'clock. But again, most of it heads toward the east. We actually get some clearing. This is where very cold air is going to move in the overnight hours. So Monday morning and Tuesday morning, as this happens again, we're looking at potential for lower snow elevation as that cold air moves in. The next storm system set to arrive Monday. Again, very similar timing. Right around the mid-morning lunchtime hour, we get the heaviest of the rain arriving. And this is going to be some intense downpours. Look at that yellow orange shade. That's some intense downpours around 11 a.m. So please be careful driving wherever you need to go throughout the day, Monday and Tuesday. Snow levels also start dropping, as you can see around Placerville here, and also some more of that heavier snow around Truckee. Looking at areas around the coastal range with snow also falling around that area, Lake Berryessa even, and then more of that heavy rain and showers continuing into the evening hours. By 5 p.m. we could potentially see a quick thunderstorm chance arriving as you see the clouds kind of breaking up there. That allows the potential for unstable weather to also begin moving in. All right, let's check these storm systems out as we look at our future cast, our long range forecast. You start seeing the bigger bird's eye view here as the storm starts to arrive that Sunday into Monday. Right there, a lot of that heavy rain and snow. So if you had any plans to head over 80 or move over into another state, even along I-5, it's not looking good on Monday. The next one kind of set to arrive there on Tuesday again, and then we have another one by Wednesday, looking at that Wednesday into the morning hours, and then finally moving out of the area. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, but rain and snow totals are going to be adding up. As we take a look at Monday, the 24-hour period from Sunday to Monday, we could get as much as about 8 inches to about a foot of snow, 15 inches, the highest there for the GFS model. And then taking a look as it continues to add on from Tuesday night, we could see as much again as about 6 feet of snowfall. This is the GFS models. Sometimes it kind of overestimates some of these numbers. The Euro model underestimates. So we have to find a little happy medium there. So we're thinking about 3 to 6 feet of snow at that point. All right, looking at rain totals, we could see as much as a ½ inch to an inch of rain in a lot of the valley spots, maybe a little bit over, depending really on where those showers land. And when those showers move into your area, does it slow down? Does that add to the rain totals? So that's kind of where we're sitting at when we try to track those lines of showers that push through. If they're quick, we may not get as much as we think. If they slow down, well, we're really adding up to that rain accumulation total. And then we'll see a lot more in those higher totals for areas of the foothills, just where it doesn't necessarily turn to snow at that point. All right, the 10-day forecast looking at that rain at least lasting through late Tuesday night. We could see some Sierra snow showers into early Wednesday morning, but otherwise the valley's looking better. It'll be mostly sunny skies at least through Friday, with more shower chances into Saturday afternoon, lasting again potentially through Monday morning.